We have completed the mean deviation, that exercise also. See, we are discussing about the variation or dispersion. See, once again I recall, suppose there are set of some observations, okay, some 10 observations say. So measures of variation are, first one is range. Range means highest value minus lowest value. That means suppose these are arranged in ascending order, then we consider the first one and the last one only. We neglect all the observations. Please try to understand. Many of you are worked out the examples, even exemplar also, but you are not following what I am teaching the easier way. Please try to understand the concept. See, in range we are considering only highest value and lowest value. We are neglecting all other values. Remaining 8 values we don't consider at all. Okay. Another method of variation is quartile deviation. That means here we are considering Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2, isn't it? Formula for quartile deviation is Q3 minus Q1. Q3 means if the entire distribution is divided into 4 parts, then the value situated at 3/4 value. That means if it is divided into percentiles, 75th value. Q1 means first quartile, that means 25th value. You got it? So we consider only 25th value and 75th percentile value. Okay. Q3 minus Q1 divided by 2. So here also we are not at all considering 50% of the observations. You got it? One of the requisites for an ideal measure of variation is a measure should be based on all the observation. The formula should consider all the observations. So what we did, we constructed another formula, that is mean deviation. Here for raw data only I am considering x minus arithmetic mean or median or any average divided by n. See, x minus a, variation means the deviation of the values from the average, isn't it? So x minus a means it is deviation. And see what happens if you take x minus x bar and suppose you compute the arithmetic mean of this series and take the deviation of x minus x bar and take this sum, that will be always 0. That is one of the important property of arithmetic mean. Sum of the deviations of the observations from the arithmetic mean is always 0. Okay. So if you take like this, your mean deviation will be 0. So in order to avoid that, we consider, but variation cannot be 0. Minimum, at the most minimum it can be 0, but it is not easy to prove that. No variation at all. So sometimes what happens, this may become negative also. Not if you consider other than this x bar some a, if you consider x minus a, it may be negative also, some may be. But variation is negative means that is meaningless. So in order to avoid that, we considered absolute value here. The reason for considering absolute value is to make it non-negative, to make it positive. Okay. So mean deviation, it is defined for all the values. Mean deviation is defined for all the values, it considers all the values, but the taking absolute value, taking the modulus value is not mathematically logic. even though it is deviation is negative, we are taking it as positive, means that is not correct. So, and it cannot be used for further analysis. Another criteria for ideal measure is it should be used for, it can be applied for further analysis, but mean deviation cannot be. So, we need some other better measure. So, our intention is it should be non-negative, it should be non-negative. Okay, then what, how to find, is there any other method to find the deviation non-negative value? So, another way is by taking square. If you take x minus a whole square, that will be always positive, isn't it? Because suppose x is greater than a, obviously this is positive. Suppose x is less than a, means this will be negative, square of negative is again negative. So, another way of getting the non-negative value is by taking deviations, square of the deviations. So, we take the deviation, then x minus a square, this will be non-negative, and then take the sum of x minus a. Since if you consider n values, you have to divide this by n. Since we have taken the squared values, in order to reduce the effect of squared values, so we take square root. You got it. Suppose what happens if in place of a, if we take x bar, because another property of arithmetic mean is there. Sum of the square deviation taken from arithmetic mean is always minimum. That is another important property of arithmetic mean. So, instead of taking x a here, if we take x minus x bar whole square and then sum and then divided by n and then take the square root, this is nothing but standard deviation. You have studied this. This is the formula for standard deviation. I hope you got why we are taking or how this formula originated. This is the story of standard deviation. See, here this is also called as RMS deviation. RMS deviation, root mean square deviation. While computing, we first take the square of the deviation, then take the mean of it, then take the root. But while saying RMS, root mean square deviation. Okay, so standard deviation, square of the standard deviation, basically this is n into summation x minus x bar whole square. This is called as variance. And its square root is standard deviation. Square root of variance is standard deviation. Okay. Now, see, if there are some xi values, x1, x2, so on up to xn. If you take deviated values, x minus a values, x1a minus x2a minus x3, while computing arithmetic mean by shortcut method, we took deviations. No? So, then if you take the deviated values and take the standard deviation of that, then both will remain the same. Suppose you define this as d. Okay, standard deviation of the initial values is same as standard deviation of deviated value. This is called as standard deviation is independent of origin. Okay, if you take the step deviation values, that is suppose xi values, if you define x minus a divided by c as d values and compute the standard deviation for d's, then the relation between standard deviation of initial values and standard deviation of step deviated values is standard deviation of initial value is equal to the c times this divided by value c into standard deviation of d. That is, standard deviation is dependent on, this is called as scale, this is called as origin, so scale. So sigma x is equal to c times sigma d. So these two property for JEE students, you have to study some more properties of distribution, combined standard deviation and all, but in this NCERT text only this much is covered. What you have to know is standard deviation of standard deviation formula. Standard deviation is independent of origin, that means standard deviation of x is equal to standard deviation of capital D. Standard deviation, if you take the step deviations, standard deviation of x is equal to c times standard deviation of d. One more formula for standard deviation is there, I will discuss this. So take this, demerits of mean deviation. It cannot be used for further analysis. Mean deviation cannot be used for further analysis. Taking absolute value is not mathematically logic. Okay. The quantity 1 by n into summation of x minus x bar whole square is a proper measure of variation. Variance is defined as 1 by n into summation of x minus x bar whole square. Standard deviation is square root of variance, that is square root of 1 by n into summation x minus x bar whole square. Standard deviation is a root mean square deviation. Okay, let us develop another formula for variance. Many times it is easy to compute the second formula. Let us see, unless otherwise it is not mentioned, summation is running from 1 to n. This is over n values. 1 by n into summation of 1 to n x minus x bar whole square. A minus b whole square is x square plus x bar whole square minus 2 into x bar. A square plus b square minus 2ab. See, okay, what is this? 1 by n into, if you take summation inside, summation x square, okay, I will write bracket. This 1 by n is common to all terms, 3 terms, plus summation x bar square minus 2 into summation x, or see, this x bar is constant, remember, x bar is constant, this x is varying. For a distribution, there will be unique arithmetic mean. See, this implies 1 by n into summation x squared. Okay, see, this is 1 to n, as I told you. What do you mean by summation x? Okay, I is running from 1 to n. Actually, you have to write xi. Okay, xi you have to write because I is running from 1 to n. When I is 1, this is x1. When I is 2, x2. Sum means sum of all xi, I is 1, x1 plus I is 2, x2 plus when I is n, x3, x4, so on up to xn. Okay, similarly, if you write like this, I is 1 to n, xi means this is product. When I is 1, x1 into x2 into x3, so on up to xn. Okay, so this is the meaning of the summation. See, since x bar is constant means summation of x bar square, I is from 1 to n means x bar it is. When I is 1, this is x bar. When I is 2, that is also x bar, not x bar 2. Okay, because x bar is constant. See, xi is variable. Suppose summation of k, instead of writing xi, suppose that is constant for all I values. 1 to n means this is when I is 1, this is k. When I is 2, this is again k. When I is 3, that is again k. When I is n, that is again k. How many k's are there? Nk. So this will be nk. Similarly, this will be x bar square plus x bar square, so on up to x bar square. How many x bar squares? That is n into x bar square. So summation x bar square is nothing but, if you take 1 by n inside, this is n into x bar square, isn't it? Minus 2 into x bar into, if you take 1 by n, summation xi by n, xi by n. You need not write this. Okay. What happens? That is 1 by n into summation xi square. Is this n get cancelled? X bar square minus 2x bar, summation xi by n means x bar into x bar. So 2x bar square, that is 1 by n into summation xi square plus x bar square minus 2x bar square. So 1 by n into summation xi square minus x bar square. So variance is this much. You got it? Variance is 1 by n into xi square minus x bar whole square, or standard deviation is root of this. Standard deviation is root of 1 by n into summation xi square minus x bar whole square. You got it? This is for raw data. For frequency data, standard deviation is 1 by n into summation fx square minus x bar square. Okay. You take this. One more result you have to remember is result if t is x minus a, deviation d is x minus a, then standard deviation of x is equal to standard deviation of d. You got it? You want, suppose, standard deviation of some given values. Then if you calculate the deviations, then take the standard deviation of the deviated values, the standard deviation of initial value and deviated values are same. Another one is, if d is step deviated value, if you divide this by c, then standard deviation is c times standard deviation of the step deviated value. Okay. So what we have discussed so far is, first one, remember only these things. Which one? Variance is 1 by n into summation x minus x bar whole square. This is for raw data. This variance is 1 by capital N into summation of x minus x bar whole square. This is for frequency data. Frequency data. And standard deviation is square root of variance. Also, variance is equal to one by n into summation x square minus x bar whole square, or 1 by n into summation fx square minus x bar whole square. This is for raw data. This is for frequency data. Okay, if you take the roots, that will become these two formulas. You have to, this already you have studied. I think this you did not study yet. Okay, and this property. This much is enough for this exercise. See, exercise number 15.2. Find mean and variance of this value 6, 7, 10, 12, 13, 4, 8 and 12. This much information is given. Okay. See, mean and variance. First let us find mean. Mean means summation of this, total of this divided by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 divided by 8. So n is 8. If you sum this, you will get 72. And x bar is summation x by n. 72 by 8 is 9. Okay. See, this is 13, 23, 23, 35, 35 plus 3, 38, 48, 52, 52 plus 20 is 72. Okay. Now, to find standard deviation, standard deviation is equal to 1 by n into summation x minus x bar whole square. Okay, this square root. This is standard deviation. Since there is no frequency, no f, and this is equal to 1 by 8, n is 8. Summation x minus x bar whole square you have to find. So, for that, let us construct one column, x minus x bar. X minus x bar is 9. 6 minus 9. 6 minus 9 is minus 3. 7 minus 9 is equal to minus 2. Similarly, 10 minus 9, 1. 12 minus 9, 3. 13 minus 9, 4. 4 minus 9, minus 5. 8 minus 9, minus 1. 12 minus 9, 3. Okay. X minus x bar whole square is square of this. Minus 3 square, 9. Minus 2 square, 4. 1 square, 1. 3 square, 9. 4 square, 16. 5 square, 25. 1 square, 1. 3 square, 9. Isn't it? Summation of x minus x bar is required. You have to take the total of this. That means 13 plus 1, 14. 13 plus 10, 23. 23 plus 6, 29, 39. 39 plus 5, 44, 64, 65, 65 plus 9 is 74. 10, 35, 35, 51, 60, 60 plus 5, 65 plus 9, 74 is correct. So 74 by 8, 74 by 8 is 8 9s are 72. So 2 by means 0.25, it is 9.25. What is root of 9.25? Use calculator. Wait. So variance is asked. If standard deviation is asked, you can compute square root. Variance means you need not compute the square root. Okay. Because variance is asked. So variance is equal to that much. So another formula, let us verify. We studied that. Or variance is equal to 1 by n into summation x square minus x bar whole square, isn't it? This formula also we considered. So what is the meaning of this? Summation of x squared by n. Okay, this is 1 by 8 into bracket x square column you have to construct. X square means 36, 49, 100. This is 144. 13 means 169, 16, 64 and 144. You got it? Summation of x square you have to find. See, 36 plus 45, this is 85. 85, 185, 185 plus 4, 189, 189, 229, 329, 329 plus 9, or let us do, see this is 15, 15 plus 4, 19, 28, 34, 34 plus 8, 42, 8, 14, 23, 27, 27 plus 9, 36 plus 6, 42, yes, 4 remains, 8 plus 3, 11, 11 plus 4, 15, 15 plus 6, 21, 21 plus 1, 22, 22 plus 6, 28, 28 plus 4, 32. Isn't it? So 8, 6, 14, 15, 21, 25, 25 plus 7, 32. 32 means 2 here, 3, 4, 4 plus 2, 6 plus 1, 7, 722. Okay, 722. Okay, this is minus, this is 9 square. 722 means 8, how much it is? 8 9s are 9.90.25 minus 81 is 9.25. Okay. While computing these statistical examples, you have to use calculators. Okay, otherwise you may commit mistake and you may be get strained with this computations of big numbers. See, find mean and variance of first n natural numbers. First, and this is important result. You have to remember this. Many times it is asked in competitive exams also. See, first n natural numbers. 1, 2, so on up to n. So answer for this is, you have to know that sum of n is equal to 1 plus 2 plus so on up to n is equal to n into n plus 1 divided by 2. This you know. Sum of n square means 1 square plus 2 square so on up to n square. Sum of the squared terms, that is n into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 divided by 6. Okay, this you will study in sequence and series also. Now you have to remember this formula. Another formula is there, 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube is equal to n square into n plus 1 whole square divided by 4 also, but that is not required here. Okay, these two formulas are enough. So arithmetic mean is equal to x bar summation of x by n. Summation of x here means 1 plus 2 plus 1 up to n, that is n into n plus 1 divided by 2. This is summation x and this n. So n get cancelled. This is n plus 1 by 2. So remember, arithmetic mean of n natural numbers is n plus 1 by 2. Arithmetic mean of some first 25 numbers is 25 plus 1 divided by 2. Okay, n into n plus 1, isn't it? Now sum of first 30 numbers is 30 into 31 divided by 2. Arithmetic mean of first 30 numbers is 30 plus 1 divided by 2, means 15.5, isn't it? Okay, now variance is equal to either one of the formula you use, 1 by n into summation x square minus x bar whole square. I will use this formula. So 1 by n into summation x square means this 1 square plus 2 square so on up to n square is 1 by n into 1 square plus 2 square so on up to n square minus n plus 1 by 2 whole square. Okay, this is n into n plus 1, 2n plus 1 divided by that 6 into n. So n get cancelled, minus n plus 1 divided by 4, n plus 1 whole square. Okay, see here, in order to simplify, n plus 1, n plus by 6 is there, so you can take n plus 1 by 2 common. What remains? 2n plus 1 and the 6 divided 3 remains, means n plus 1 already taken outside, so n 1 n plus 1 divided by 2 remains. Now take the LCM of this. So n plus 1 by 2 into bracket 2 into 2n plus 1, 2 into 2n plus 1 minus 3 into n plus 1, isn't it? Divided by 6. So what happens? N plus 1 divided by 2 into the bracket 4n plus 2 minus 3n minus 3 divided by 6. That means 3n get cancelled, 1n remains, 2 get cancelled, minus 1 will remain. So that means I will write here n plus 1 by 2 n minus 1 by 6, that is equal to n square minus 1 a plus b a minus b divided by 12. So this is variance. Therefore variance is equal to n square minus 1 by 12. So please remember this result, and standard deviation is equal to root of n square minus 1 by 12. This is very important, many times asked in CETs. Variance of first n natural numbers is n square minus 1 by 12. Variance of first 25 numbers is 25 square minus 1 divided by 12. Like that. Variance of first 10 natural numbers, 10 square minus 1 divided by 12. Okay.